Imagine your credit card information being stolen without you even knowing. It's one of the scariest things that could happen in today's digital world. And in the early 2000s, one man turned this nightmare into a billion-dollar crime. His name was Albert Gonzalez. Let's dive into how he orchestrated one of the largest identity theft cases ever. Albert Gonzalez wasn't just any hacker, he was a mastermind. Born in 1981, he started his hacking career at a young age. Originally a member of a hacker group called Shadow Crew, Gonzalez had a talent for breaking into networks and stealing sensitive data. But what made him infamous was his role in some of the biggest data breaches in history. Between 2005 and 2007, Gonzalez targeted huge companies like TJX and Heartland payment systems. These were some of the biggest retailers in the US, and they held millions of credit and debit card numbers. Gonzalez used sophisticated methods to hack into their systems and steal this data. So, how did Gonzalez pull it off? First, he exploited security weaknesses in the company's networks. He didn't just break into one system, he accessed their entire payment processing systems, where credit card numbers were stored. He used methods like SQL injection and other hacking techniques to bypass security. Once Gonzalez had access to these systems, he gathered millions of credit and debit card numbers. He didn't keep them for himself, though. Gonzalez sold this data on the black market, making a fortune while putting millions of people at risk of identity theft. In total, Gonzalez is believed to have stolen over 40 million credit and debit card numbers. But the impact wasn't just on individuals. Companies were forced to pay huge fines and deal with the aftermath of these breaches. It was a massive, multi-million-dollar crime spree. But how did they catch him? The investigation started when several banks noticed unusual activity on accounts tied to stolen credit cards. They traced the fraud back to the breaches at TJX and Heartland payment systems, but finding the hacker wasn't easy. The FBI launched a full-scale investigation using a combination of digital forensics and surveillance. The breakthrough came when they discovered Gonzalez was spending some of the stolen funds. They tracked him to an apartment in Miami, where they finally arrested him in 2008. Albert Gonzalez was caught in the act. After years of stealing millions of dollars worth of data, the hacker was finally behind bars. The FBI's investigation revealed that Gonzalez wasn't acting alone. He had a group of hackers helping him, but Gonzalez was the mastermind. After his arrest, Gonzalez was charged with several counts of wire fraud, identity theft, and conspiracy. In 2010, he pleaded guilty to the charges. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison, the longest sentence ever handed down for a computer crime at that time. Gonzalez's crime was a wake-up call for companies worldwide. It led to stronger security measures, like the EMV chip technology we use in credit cards today. And while he may have been caught, the damage he caused to millions of people's privacy and trust is still felt today. So, that's the story of Albert Gonzalez, the hacker who stole millions of credit and debit card numbers, orchestrating one of the biggest identity theft cases in history. His capture was a turning point in cybercrime investigations, but it also showed us just how vulnerable our personal information can be in the wrong hands.